गुरुभ्यो नमः हरिः ओम्। ॐ भद्रं कर्णेभिः शृणुयाम देवाः, भद्रं पश्येमाक्षभिर्यजत्राः, स्थिरैरङ्गैस्तुष्टभागं स्वस्तनोभिः व्यसेम देवहितै यदायुः। स्वस्ति न इन्द्रो वृद्धश्रवाः, स्वस्ति न पूषा विश्ववेदाः, स्वस्ति नस्ताक्षो अरिष्टनेमिः, स्वस्ति न बृहस्पतिर्ददातु। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। ॐ अग्ने नय सुपताराये अस्मान् विश्वानि देवभयुनानि विद्वान् युयोध्यस्मज्जुहुराणमेन भो इष्टां ते नम भुक्तिं विदेम। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। ॐ आब्रह्मन् ब्राह्मणो ब्रह्मवर्चसि जायताम्, आराष्ट्रे राजन्यः चोरैषभ्यो अतिव्याधि महारथो जायताम्, दोग्ध्रीं धेनुर्वोढान्नड्वान् आसु सप्तिः पुरन्धिर्योषा जिष्णोरथेष्टाः। सभेयो युव अस्य यजमानस्य वीरो जायताम्, निकामे निकामेन पर्जन्यो न वर्षतु फलवत्यो न भोषधयः, पच्यन्तां योगक्षेमो न कल्पेताम्। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। ॐ आप्यायन्तु ममाङ्गानि वाक्प्राणचक्षुः स्तोत्रमथो फलमिन्द्रियाणि च सर्वाणि, सर्वो ब्रह्मोपनिषदम् माहं ब्रह्म निराकुर्याम्, मा ब्रह्म निराकरोतु, अनिराकरणम् अस्तु अनिराकरणं मे अस्तु, तदात्मनि निरतेय उपनिषत्सु धर्माः ते मयि सन्तु ते मयि सन्तु। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। ॐ पूर्णमद पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते, पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। हरि ओम। नमस्ते गुरुजी।
श्रीराम। श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः हरिः ओम्। श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः हरिः ओम्। शुक्लां वरधरं विष्णुं शशिवर्णं चतुर्भुजं प्रसन्नवदनं ध्यायेत् सर्वविघ्न उपशान्तये। श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः. So today we have come to just sit before the Yajurveda Purusha, Kulisahastaha, Akshamala Dhruku, and Aja Siraha. So we are sitting before that great Yajurveda Purusha, who has got in his hand the Kulisa, the Vajrayudham. That means it is symbolically telling that Yajna and Yajna Purusha, they will fulfill all kinds of desires on one hand, and on the other hand, they will be able to provide us emancipation and everything. So Yajna, Yajnapatihi, Yajva, Yajnango, Yajnavahana. So all that is of Mahavishnu Swarupam. So, so we have just going through the most important section where we have been satisfying the large number of gods with various soma, juice offerings, because soma is a very important food for all of them, and it's a good drink, because ghee is one staple food and soma rasa is a drink which is exhilarating, which is very well liked by all that. And of course, there is a soma preparation formulas are there. And nobody knows what is the real taste, because these days we don't have the Soma Rasa sample, but because it is just prepared from the Soma leaves. And the Soma is a twig, is a creeper. That's why Soma Valli and Soma leaves and all that will be there. So we have been coming to the first Kanda, fourth Prapataka, and the number that we are offering is the 34th one. And in the 34th, we have already noted how all these gods are there. Vishwadeva, I mean, so Jagratim Tva Sadayami. Tva, you, Sadayami. And adella admele, again we have come to offer Sruvahutaya, that is 1, 4, 35, 1. So that also we have covered, because there is that kind of combinations of the ayasa. And so there's nothing much meaning in that, but still the words are very powerful. Prayasa is an effort. So Om 1, 4, 35, 1, I'm just recapitulating. Prayasa yasvaha, ayasa yasvaha, vyasa yasvaha, samyasa yasvahodya, udyasa yasvaha, then avayasa yasvaha, Suchisvaha, Shokaya Swaha, Tapyatve Swaha, Tapate Swaha, Brahmahatyayai Swaha, Sarvasmai Swaha. So ultimately, the Swahakaras, meaning the offerings, making them really happier. So that we are doing one by one, and ultimately we say Sarvasmai Swaha. And now we have come to the Rajagavi Homa also. Actually, if at all, there are many optional rites, otherwise called as a Kamyeshti, is a big sacrifice. Sacrifice and yajna another complex. Yajna Sambharas are the material to be gathered. And the next one is the Yajna performance. And we have got the Yajnapati and Adhvaryu. And along with him, there are so many other priests also associated. So as a result, what happens is that it is something, Sambhuya Samuttana. All people join to perform, unless otherwise any sacrifice, any effort, or any program cannot be satisfied. It cannot be singly organized, singly performed unless there is a cooperation. Therefore, you have got one more Homa, Ishti. It's called Rajagavi Homa. Well, if you want to know more about this Homa details, of course, we have to go to the next literature, Brahmana, Sutras, and all that. There, in this, for this kind of Homa, we have got Vishwadevas as the rishis, and whatever all those features are being recognized and offered here. For example, so Sivalinga avara heli, Om Chittagum Santanena Bhavam.
Om Chittagum Santanena Bhavam. Om Chittagum Santanena Bhavam.
Yakna Rudram Tanimna.
Yakna Rudram Tanimna. Yakna Rudram Tanimna.
Pasupati Gum Sthula Hrudayena. Pasupati Gum is a Yajurveda. So Krishna, therefore Gum is there. सचुपतिगुं स्थूलहृदयेन
पशुपतिगुं स्थूलहृदयेन पशुपतिगुं स्थूलहृदयेन
अग्नि
पशुपतिस्थूलगुम्बेन
and अग्निगुं हृदयेन
अग्निहृदयेन
रुद्रं लोहितेन
रुद्रं लोहितेन
रुद्रं लोहितेन
रुद्रं लोहितेन
and Maru and Maru Matasrabhya, no, I'm sorry, Hurdayena, Sarvam Matasnabhyam,
सर्वं सर्वं मतस्वाभ्यां
Matasnabhyam,
सर्वं मतस्ताभ्यां
Mahadevam Antapasvena,
हा देवम् अन्तःपाशेन
Mahadevam Antapasvena,
महदेवम् अन्तःपाशेन
Ashishte Hanagum Sing.
आशिष्टेनम्
Ahishtenagum Singi Nikoshabhyam
निकाशाभ्यां
Singini
निकाशाभ्यां
Nikoshabhyam. The next one is Shodasigraha Somarushihi. Now the mantra reads like that. Om Atishtha Vrutrahan
ॐ आतिष्ठाउदहं
Vrutrahan
रुद्रहन्
Vrutrahan
रुद्रहन्
Vrutrahan
रुद्रहन्
Ratham Yukta Te Brahmana
रथं रुद्धाये ब्रह्मणा
Ratham Yukta Te Brahmana Hari
रथं रुद्धा तेन ब्रह्मणि
Brahmana Hari
ब्रह्मणा हरि
Arvachinagum Sata Manogravo Grava Arvachinagum
अर्वाचीनहम्
Amsute Manogravam
अनुमसि
Amsute
अंसुते अंसुते अंसुते
Manograva Krunotu Vagnuna
मनो वा कृणु मनोहना अंसुते
Manogravo Krunotu Vagnuna
मनो वा ग्रो रुद्रुणा रुग्रुणा
Krunotu Vagnuna
रग्नुना
Upayama Gruhitosi
उपयामि गृहोसि उपया
Upayama
गृह्ण
Gruhitosi
उपया गृह्णोतोषि
Upayama Gruhitosi
उपयाग्रामतोषि
Upayama Gruhitosi Indrajatva
उपयाम गृहीतोऽसीन्द्राय त्वा उपयाम गृहीतोऽसीन्द्राय त्वा
Sodasina Eshate
षोडशि न एष ते षोडशि न एष ते
Yonirindrayatva
योनिरिन्द्राय त्वा योनिरिन्द्राय त्वा
Sodasine.
षोडशिने षोडशिने.
So here in this 1436th Rajagavi Homadalli, we have got these things and also tool for that. Chittam Santanena Bhava Undu Yakna Rudram Tanimna Bhava then Pasupatim, the Rudram Tanimna Pasupatigum Stula Hrudayena Agnigum Hrudayena Rudram Lohitena Sarvam Matasnabhyam Mahadevam Antaparsvena Aushishta Hanagum Singinam Singina Kosyabhyam. And in the next one, we have got Shodasigraha. I have not gone through the details of these technical terms and also the application of that. And still we are familiar with the name. I am familiar with the name. And therefore, the Shodasigraha is Somaratishta. And the Shodasigraha are the cup of libation by going by the name Shodasigraha, to which Soma is the Rishi, and for him we are making the Vrutra, Indra, to be the recipient, as the mantra goes talking about the Rutra, Indra, because Indra is always complemented with the achievement of killing that Vrutrasura, who was the enveloper. The Vrutrasura was trying to stop the rain, envelop all the crowds, and cause lot of difficulty. Without rain, without clouds, without rain, people on earth cannot live. So that was the highest calamity which that Vrutrasura was giving. Because Vrutrasura was also a learned man, learned Rakshasa. He has got a lot of philosophical things, because when we talk about the Vrutrasura, all these Asuras are also highly knowledgeable people. All the Asuras are highly knowledgeable people, but still they are ready to deviate from Dharma. Just they want to expend their power in that aspect, and they want to grow very big. Therefore, but still it requires a great effort and Asirvada or support of the Amavaru, Lalita Parameswari. She becomes the tool. She stays in the Vajrayudha and all that. She does it. So there are so many details about the war between Indra and Vrutrasura, and ultimately how the Vrutrasura was killed by Indra, and by that Vajrayudham. And the Vajra, there are so many stories. Vajra was nothing but the bone taken out from Dadhichi Maharshi, who Dadhichi Maharshi was doing a lot of penance and all power, but he was only getting on with just a skeleton. So a bone was sacrificed for preparing the Vajrayudha, and with that, so Indra killed Vrutrasura, and therefore he has been complimented as Vrutrasura, Vrutrahan. So Akshantaram Hanumantam, Ravanahantaram Ramam, and Indrajitam Hantaram Lakshmanam Ramanujam. Like that we have highest top achievements of all the great warriors, as we see in Puranas and Ramayana, Mahabharata and all those things. So, illi Ratham Yukta Te Brahmana Hari. So, Vrutrahan Hari Te, to you, Brahmana Ratham Yukta. So, you have been having the chariot on which you sit and go to fight, and the chariot has been yoked by Brahma himself. And again, Arvachinagum Amsute Manograva Krunotu. See, Amsu andre is Somarasakke Bekagirva. This Soma leaves powder or pounded ones. And Adu Manograva Krunotu, Amsute Manograva Krunotu. See, grava andre, the pressing stones, and there are so many other meanings also. But as the manas is metaphorically taken as the grava, because it is only the manas that grinds thoughts, that makes all the thoughts understood or employed or all that. So here, manograva is a metaphor, I think so. And that's what is to do it, Arvachinagum Amsute. And Arvachinam, that's very old and ancient one. So for Indraya, Upayama Gruhitosi, and it is called Shodasi Graha. And Pratyekavagi, a Shodasi Graha Hesaralli Kuda, one more Ahuti is being offered to Indra, and that mantra is like this. So Indra is a top hero, the king of all gods, the chief of all gods, and therefore they give top preference for the Indra. With the Maharaja, all gods act. So in Chamaka Prasnam, Agnischa Mahindrascha me, Somascha Mahindrascha me, Sabhita Mahindrascha me. So Indrascha me, Indrascha me, Indrascha me. How many times? There are 27 gods in the passage. And 27 times Indra is being clubbed with all these different gods. So thereby you see the stressed importance, emphasized importance of Indra at that juncture. Therefore, you observe that mantra is again, that this particular offering to which the Soma is the seer and Shodasi Graha is the cup of libation being offered. And now we have recited this as the Indramit Indramidvari Vahato Apratishta Apratidrishta Savasam Rushinam Cha Stutihi Upayagnam Cha Manushanam Upayama Gruhito Sindra Yatva Shodasina Eshate Yonirindra Yatva Shodasine. Shodasa Graha, I only when I was doing my work on the religion of the Yajurveda, and I came across all this terminology, and I was just trying to understand what is the Shodasa Graha offering and all that. And that is recorded. I just mentioned that in my book on religion of the Yajurveda. That is, religion of the Yajurveda is only sacrifice. Now, Indramit Vari Vahato Apratidhrishta Savasam Rushinam Cha Stutihi Upayagnam Cha Manushanam. So these are all the compliments and supportive help being extended by all these people, because Indra all alone cannot do anything, but he has to have the cooperation of and support of many. So Indra mit in Hari Vahataha. See that Indra, so chariot, is being drawn by the Hari. Hari means horses. And how are the Haris? Apratidhrishta Savasam. So they are invincible, quite strong, sturdy, running, and can never be hurt at all. Such a powerful horses are being yoked, I think, are being yoked for the chariot of Indra to go to the battleground or anywhere in order to have a complementary success. And moreover, this kind of chariot is being yoked or driven by the Brahma himself. So because all gods, they take their respective roles and see that there is a proper administration and organization and maintenance of the Swargaloka Vasins. So that's why Apratidhrishta, so it cannot be, there is no match, is highly invincible. And Rushinam Savasam Cha. So Rushinam Savasam, it is again a food and support for the rishis, for the sages. And again, Manushanam Stuti Rupa Yagnam Cha. So in also added for that, we have the Stuti Rupa Yagna that is being done by the Manushyas, the Manavas who occupy the land. So there is the cooperation of Brahmadeva, there is the carrying by the very powerful horses of the chariot, and he is there, he is working to get the Savasam for all the rishis, and the Yajna is the Stutirupam, is a form of the stotras or praise for respective gods. All these things clubbed together will be the Shodasya Graha, and the Indra is the seat for the Shodasya Graha. To him, the priests, the Raja Yajamana, will approach the Shodasya Graha and try to offer the Soma libation to Indra again. So that's why Indra mit Harivahataha, another important. The yit is a particle in Vedic Sanskrit to say the, that it, nu. There are some such typical prepositions which will emphasize that singular advantage being enjoyed by the respective gods. So, but Indra is the chieftain for all. Therefore, you have this kind of Indra it Hari Vahataha Ratham. ಸೊ ಆ ಇಂದ್ರನಿಗೆ ಆ ಷೋಡಶಿ ಗ್ರಹವನ್ನು ಕೊಟ್ಟೋದಾಗತ್ತೆ. And now 1439, we are almost coming to the completion of the offering of the Soma Rasa to more than 40 deities, and so that it will be a kind of upalakshana. When Somayaga is done, when Somarasa is being offered, specifically, non-specifically, because non-specifically in the Helavaga, you have come across in the previous Sarvasmai Swaha Anodavaga, ABCD up to Z ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. ಅಂದರೆ ಅರ್ಥನು, all the things have been covered up in the net. So like that, but when you satisfy the chief of the god, chief of the men or gods, that means all people will be there, because Visi Raja Pratishtitaha antare. Where is the king established or becoming famous, or where the king is working for all that? It is called all Visha. Visha andre people. So among the people, a king gets established. And who is a king is a ruler, administrator, manager, and all that. So again, we have once more the praise of Indra in the next Anuvaka, the Kandika, where again another sip of the Shodasya Graha is being offered to Indra. Now here, Indra's status is marked really very high. Indra's mobility or movement is described in the previous 441, and in this 41 Kandika, you see the movement, though the same is the Graha, but differently you are trying to assess the greatness of the Paramatma, Indra. Because Indra and the Sreshta, Indra Jyeshtha. So Indra is Jyeshtha or superior, and all that Indra is a Sreshta Sabda, is a Jyeshtha Sabda, and therefore here we have got that. So Helapa, Om Mahan Indro Vajrabahu. Om Mahan Indro Vajrabahu.
Om Maha Indra Vajrabahu. Om Maha Indra Vajrabahu.
Shodasi Sharma Yachatu.
Shodashi Sharma Yachatu. Shodashi Sharma Yachatu.
Swasti no Maghava Karotu.
Astino Maghava Karotu. Astino Maghava Karotu.
Hantu Papmanam.
Hantu Papmanam. हन्तु पाप्मानम्
योऽस्मान् द्वेष्टि
योऽस्मान् द्वेष्टि
उपयामगृहीतोऽसीन्द्रायत्वा
उपयामागृहीतोऽसीन्द्राय
इन्द्रायत्वा षोडशिना
इन्द्राय त्वा षोडशिना षोडशिना
ईशते योनिरिन्द्रायत्वा षोडशिने
येषते योनिन्द्राय त्वा षोडशिने येषते योनिरिन्द्राय त्वा षोडशिने.
So we understand that the mythology or the details about the personality of Indra is large. In Rigveda mantras, Yajurveda mantras, and Samaveda mantras, Atharveda mantras. So we observe one particular deity is being focused, and whereas all other deities are also there, they are independent at the same time supportive for that. So Agni, Rishi, Agni, Indra, they occupy a primacy of importance in the Rigveda and in the Vedas. ಸೊ ಅಗ್ನಿಗೆ ಇಂದ್ರನಿಗೆ ಅಷ್ಟೊಂದು ಕೀರ್ತಿ ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಈ ಕನೆಗೆ ಏನು ಬಂದರು, ಈ ಇಂದ್ರ ಯಾರು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಅಂದರೆ ಇಂದ್ರ ಮಹಾನ್, he is simply great. There is nothing more to add to the integrity, greatness and personality traits etc. to Indra, but just all that greatness ಎಲ್ಲ ಮಹಾನ್ ಅಂತ ಶಬ್ದ ಹೇಳಿದರೆ ಕವರ್ ಅಪ್ ಆಗಿಬಿಡುತ್ತೆ. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಮಹಾನ್ ಆಗೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಬೇಸಿಕ್ ಕ್ವಾಲಿಫಿಕೇಶನ್ ಅಂದರೆ ವಜ್ರಬಾಹು, ಹಿಸ್ ಶೋಲ್ಡರ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ವೆರಿ ವೆರಿ ಸ್ಟ್ರಾಂಗ್ ಆ್ಯಸ್ ದಿ ವಜ್ರಾಯುಧ. ದಟ್ಸ್ ವೈ ಈವನ್ ನಮಕಂದಲ್ಲಿ ನಮಸ್ತೆ ರುದ್ರಮನ್ಯವ ಉತೋ ತೈಷವೇ ನಮಃ ನಮಸ್ತೆ ಅಸ್ತು ಧನ್ವನೇ, ಆಮೇಲೆ ಬಾಹುಭ್ಯಾಮುತತೆ ನಮಃ. ಉತ ಅಂದರೆ ಅಂಡ, ಬಾಹುಭ್ಯಾಂ ತೇ ನಮಃ. ಓ ರುದ್ರ, ನಿನ್ನ ಬಾಹುಗಳಿಗೆ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ, ನಿನ್ನ ಧನುಸ್ಸಿಗೆ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ, ನಿನ್ನ ಬಾಣಗಳಿಗೆ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ, ನಿನ್ನ ಕೋಪಕ್ಕೆ, ನಿಮ್ಮ ಶಕ್ತಿಗೆ, ಮನ್ಯು ಅಂದರೆ ಶಕ್ತಿ, ಕೋಪಕ್ಕೆ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ. ಸೊ ದೇರ್ ಬೈ ದಿ ಬಾಹುಗಳು ಈಸ್ ದಟ್ ಬಾಹ್ವೋರಿಂದ್ರಸ್ತಿಷ್ಠತು. ನಾವು ಇವಾಗ ನ್ಯಾಸ ಮಾಡುವಾಗ ಯಾರನ್ನ ನಮ್ಮ ಬಾಹುಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರತಿಷ್ಠಾ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಅಂದರೆ ಬಾಹ್ವೋರಿಂದ್ರಸ್ತಿಷ್ಠತು ಪಾದಯೋರ್ವಿಷ್ಣುಸ್ತಿಷ್ಠತು ನಯನಯೋ ಚಂದ್ರಾದಿತ್ಯೌ ತಿಷ್ಠೇತಾಂ ಅಂತ ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಒಬ್ಬೊಬ್ಬರೊಬ್ಬರನ್ನು ನಮ್ಮ ಅಂಗಾಂಗಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಡೆಪಾಸಿಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ತೀವಿ. ಸೊ ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ವೆನ್ ಒನ್ಸ್ ಯು ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಡೂಯಿಂಗ್ ದಿ ಮಹಾನ್ಯಾಸಂ and also Parayanam and all, when you are adding Mahanyasa Purvakam for the Rudravishekam, it has got a great power. And you are undisturbed, unattacked by the evil forces. You will definitely complete the whole thing. That's why Bahugalu, the power is very important. So Bahubhyam. And Vajrabahu ಅನ್ನೋದು ಓನ್ಲಿ ಇಂದ್ರನಿಗೆ, ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಹಿ ಈಸ್ ದ ಹೀರೋ ಫಾರ್ ಆಲ್ ಗಾಡ್ಸ್. ಏನು ತೊಂದರೆ ಬಂದರೂ ರಾಕ್ಷಸರಿಂದ ದೇವತೆಗಳಿಗೆ, ಆವಾಗ ಎಲ್ಲ ದೇವತೆಗಳು ಇಂದ್ರನಿಗೆ ಅಪೀಲ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಇಫ್ ದಟ್ ಟ್ರಬ್ಲಿಂಗ್ ರಾಕ್ಷಸ ಈಸ್ ಬಿಯಾಂಡ್ ದಿ ಲೆವೆಲ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಕಂಟ್ರೋಲ್ ಆಫ್ ಇಂದ್ರ, ಇಂದ್ರ ವಿಲ್ ಗೋ ಟು ಬ್ರಹ್ಮದೇವ. ಈವನ್ ಬ್ರಹ್ಮದೇವ cannot do it, then all of them will go to Vishnu or Shiva. That's exactly what you see, for example, in the Durga Saptasati Dvitiya Charitam. ಆ ದ್ವಿತೀಯ ಚರಿತದಲ್ಲಿ 100 ವರ್ಷ ದೇವತೆಗಳು ಮಹಿಷಾಸುರನ ಜೊತೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಯುದ್ಧ ಮಾಡಿ ದೇ ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ದಿ ಕಿಂಗ್ಡಮ್, ದೇ ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ದಿ ಪವರ್ಸ್, ದೇ ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಲೊಕೇಶನ್, everything. So they became street goers. ಸೊ ಆ ಜಾಲಿ ವಾಕರ್ ಆಗಿಬಿಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಈ ದೇವತೆಗಳು. ಸೊ ದೇ ವೆಂಟ್ ಟು ಇನ್ ಅಗ್ನಿ ದೇ ವೆಂಟ್ ಟು ಶಿವ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ವಿಷ್ಣುಸ್ ಕ್ಯಾಂಪಸ್ ವೇರ್ ದೇ ಆರ್ ಇನ್ ಮೀಟಿಂಗ್ ಟುಗೆದರ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ರಿಪೋರ್ಟೆಡ್ ದೇರ್ ಗ್ರೀವೆನ್ಸಸ್. ಅವ್ರು ದುಃಖ ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಳ್ತಾರೆ, ದೇವತೆಗಳೆಲ್ಲ ತಮ್ಮ ದುಃಖ ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ then they became angry. Both became angry. So it's a combined anger, plus anger, that made Durga Parameswari to emanate. ಆ ರೀತಿಯಾಗಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬಾಹುಗಳಿಗೆ ವಜ್ರಬಾಹು ಅಂತ ಕಾಂಪ್ಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಬೀಯಿಂಗ್ ಗಿವನ್ ಫಾರ್ ಹಿಮ್. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ದೇರ್ ಫೋರ್ ಈ ಷೋಡಶಿ ಗ್ರಹ ವಿಚ್ ಐ ಆಮ್ ಆಫರಿಂಗ್, ದ ಫುಡ್ ಐ ಆಮ್ ಆಫರಿಂಗ್, ಆ ಇಂದ್ರನು ವಜ್ರಬಾಹುನಾಗಿರುವ, ಮಹಾತ್ಮನಾಗಿರುವ, ಮಹಾಬಲವಂತನಾಗಿರುವ ಆ ಇಂದ್ರ ನಮಗೇನು ಕೊಡಬೇಕು? ಶರ್ಮ ಇಚ್ಛತು. ಶರ್ಮ ಅಂದರೆ ಶಾಂತಿ, ಶರ್ಮ ಅಂದರೆ ಪ್ರಾಸ್ಪೆರಿಟಿ, ಶರ್ಮ ಅಂದರೆ ಮೋಕ್ಷ. ಸೊ ಇವೆಲ್ಲ ನಮಗೆ ಕೊಡಬೇಕು ಅವನು. ಶರ್ಮ ಯಚ್ಛತು. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ದಿ ಶರ್ಮ ಯಚ್ಛತು ಅನ್ನೋದು ನಮಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿದೆ. ದಟ್ಸ್ ವೈ ಶರ್ಮ ಯಚ್ಛತು. ಯಚ್ಛತು ಅಂದರೆ ಬೆಸ್ಟು, ಟು ಕೀಪ್ ಇಟ್ ಇನ್ ಅಸ್ ಸೊ ದಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿಕಮ್ ವೀರ್ಯವಂತಾಸ್. ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ಆಗಲ್ಲ, ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಎ ಕೈಂಡ್ ಆಫ್ ಎ ಡೆಪಾಸಿಟ್ ಇನ್ ಅವರ್ ಸೆಲ್ಸ್. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಅಗೈನ್ ನಾಟ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ ಶರ್ಮ ಕೊಡೋದು, ಇನ್ನು ಏನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕಪ್ಪ ಅಂದರೆ ಸ್ವಸ್ತಿನೋ ಮಘವ ಕರೋತು. ಮಘವ ಅಂದರೆ ಇಂದ್ರ, ಮಹಾನ್ ಇಂದ್ರ ಮಘವಾನ್. ಅಮರಕೋಶದಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಬರುತ್ತೆ? ಇಂದ್ರೋ ಮರುತ್ವಾನ್ ಮಘವಾನ್ ಬಿಡೌಜ ಪಕಶಾಸನ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಆರ್ ಆಲ್ ದಿ ಇಂದ್ರನ ಪರ್ಯಾಯ ಶಬ್ದ, ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ಹೆಸರುಗಳು. ಸೊ ಇಂದ್ರೋ ಮರುತ್ವಾನ್, ದಿ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಬೆಸ್ಟ್ ಕಾಂಪ್ಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ ಫಾರ್ ಇಂದ್ರ ಈಸ್ ಆಲ್ವೇಸ್ ಅಕಂಪನಿಡ್ ವಿತ್ ದಿ ಮರುದ್ದೇವತಾಸ್, 49 ಆಫ್ ದೆಮ್. ಸೊ ಇಂದ್ರನ ಒಬ್ಬನೇ ಹೋಗಲ್ಲ, ಪರಿವಾರ, ಇಂದ್ರ ಪರಿವಾರ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಅವಾಗ ಇಂದ್ರನನ್ನು ಕರೆಯುವಾಗ ಇಂದ್ರ ಪರಿವಾರವನ್ನು ಕೂಡ ಕರೆಯಬೇಕು ಅಂತ. ಸೊ ದಟ್ ವೇ ಮಘವಾ ಇಂದ್ರ ಸ್ವಸ್ತಿ ಕರೋತು. ಸ್ವಸ್ತಿ ಇಟ್ ಸೆಲ್ಫ್ ಇಸ್ ಎ ಬಿಗ್ ಡೆಫಿನೇಷನ್. ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಸುಖಂ ಅಸ್ತಿ ಸ್ವಸ್ತಿ. ಸೊ ದೇರ್ ಈಸ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಬಿ ಎ ಸುಖಂ, ಹ್ಯಾಪಿನೆಸ್, comfort, luxury, and all these things. Therefore, ಅವ್ರು ಏನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂದರೆ ಸ್ವಸ್ತಿ ಮಘವ ಕರೋತು. ಲುಕ್ ಅಟ್ ದಿ ವರ್ಬ್ ಕರೋತು. ಕರೋತು ಅಂದರೆ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂದರೆ ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಸೊ ಯಚ್ಛತು, ಕರೋತು ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಹಂತು. ಲುಕ್ ಅಟ್ ದಿ ವರ್ಬ್ಸ್ ಹಿಯರ್. ವಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ದಿ ವರ್ಕ್ attributed to Indra when you consider him as Vajrabahu? When you consider him as Vajrabahu, what is that you are going to expect from the Mahan Indra? Bharat alva? Mahan Indra ಏನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂದರೆ he has to bestow sharma and create a very serene atmosphere for us, swasti, and papmanam yaha dveshti tam hantu. Destroy or kill or remove. Yaru andre papmanam abhayo and dveshti, those people who are enemies and who do lot of offense to us, and also our own sins are there. So there is a lot of work. Whenever you feed gods, the gods are not let alone, and they are being assigned with some kind of favorable jobs to us. That is the nature of our Sanatana Dharma. Because mutual help, paropakaram, so that is you help the gods, ಆಮೇಲೆ ದೇವತೆಗಳು ನಮ್ಮನ್ನು ಹೆಲ್ಪ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಸೊ ದೇರ್ ಇಸ್ ಎ ಇಂಟರ್ಫ್ಲೋ of help and sustenance between the God and prey and devotees. So deity and devotee both begin with a dakara. So the deity and devotee are constantly connected to each other. Therefore, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕಪ್ಪ ಅಂದರೆ ಶರ್ಮ ಕೊಡಬೇಕು, ಶರ್ಮ ಬೆಸ್ಟು ಮಾಡಿ ಕೊಡಬೇಕು. ಸ್ವಸ್ತಿಯನ್ನು ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಪಾಪವನ್ನು ಕೂಡ ತೆಗೆಯಬೇಕು. ಯಾರು ನಮ್ಮನ್ನು ದ್ವೇಷ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೋ ಆ ದ್ವೇಷ ಮಾಡೋರ ಎನಿಮೀಸನ್ನು, ಶತ್ರುಗಳನ್ನು ನಾಶ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಸೊ ಇಂದ್ರ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಗಾಟ್ ಎ ವಂಡರ್ಫುಲ್ ಜಾಬ್, ಟೈಮ್ ಟೇಬಲ್, ಹೋಮ್ ವರ್ಕ್. ಸೊ ವಿ ಕೆನಾಟ್ ಸಿಂಪ್ಲಿ ಫೀಡ್ ಹಿಮ್ ಇನ್ ದಿ ಯಜ್ಞ and in all this, but we also expect the gods to take care of us. So gods take care of us. They are all called rakshakas. But before they be rakshakas to you, what you need is atma raksha. That is, you have to look up protecting your own self as far as possible, and next in queue you can go to expect others to also to help you. That's why we say hands up, hands down, hand stretch. So ಅದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ಹ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಸಹಾಯ, ಉಪಕಾರ. ಸೊ ಈ ಹ್ಯಾಂಡ್ಸನ್ನು ನಾವು ಮೊಬಿಲಿಟಿಯಿಂದ ಇನ್ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನಲ್ಲಿ, ವೆನ್ ಯು ಹ್ಯಾಂಡ್ಸ್ ಅಪ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ದರ್ ಇಸ್ ನೋ ವೇ ಬಟ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ ದ ಪರ್ಸನ್ whom you expect should only come and help you. And in all other hand signals will have a different influence. Therefore, the policeman's hand signal you observe. So the hand signals are important. ಹ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಸಹಾಯ. ಸೊ ಯಾವ ತರಹ ಸಹಾಯ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂದರೆ, ನಮಗೆ ಶಾಂತಿಯನ್ನು ಕೊಡಬೇಕು, ದೆನ್ ವಾತಾವರಣವನ್ನು ಆರೋಗ್ಯಕರವಾಗಿ ಕಂಜಿನೀಲಾಗಿ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ನಮ್ಮಲ್ಲಿರೋ ದೋಷಗಳನ್ನು, ಪಾಪವನ್ನು ತೆಗೆಯಾಕಬೇಕು. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಯಾರ್ಯಾರು ಶತ್ರುಗಳಾಗಿ ನಮ್ಮನ್ನು ದ್ವೇಷ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೋ, ಅಂದರೆ ದ್ವೇಷ ಅಂದರೆ ಅರ್ಥ ಏನು, ನೀವು ಒಳ್ಳೆಯ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಶುರು ಮಾಡಿದರೆ ಅಥವಾ ಸಂಕಲ್ಪ ಮಾಡಿದರೆ ಬೇಡ ಅಂತವ್ರೆ ತುಂಬ ಜನ ಇರ್ತಾರೆ. ಯಾಕ್ರಿ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಿ ನೀವು ಅಂತ. I was always thinking of conducting one seminar in our college since long. But there were so many people, ಯಾಕ್ರಿ ಸಂಸ್ಕೃತದಲ್ಲಿ ಸೆಮಿನಾರ್ ಏನು ಬಂತು ಅಂತ. ಅವ್ರ ಸೈನ್ಸ್ ಸಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ ಬೇರೆ ಸಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾಡೋಲ್ಲ. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ವೆನ್ ಐ ಥಿಂಕ್ ದಟ್ ಇಟ್ಸ್ ವಿ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಟಾಕ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ದಿ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಅವರ್ ಸನಾತನ ಧರ್ಮ ಅಂಡ್ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಮಸ್ಟ್ ನೋ ಅಂತ ನಾನು ಹಠ ಮಾಡಿ, ಕೊನೆಗೆ ಅಲ್ಟಿಮೇಟ್ಲಿ ಐ ವಾಸ್ ಸಕ್ಸಸ್ಫುಲ್ to convince our head of the department and also the principal of the college at that time. And first time we did one seminar on Subhashitams, and there were wonderful speakers whole day we had. And that is really interesting that students, they always want a free times, but even ದೇವತೆಗಳಿಗೆ ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಫ್ರೀ ಟೈಮ್ ಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಬಟ್ ನಾಟ್ ಎಂಜಾಯಬಲ್. ಸೊ ಯಾರೋ ಒಂದಾನೊಂದು ರೀತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಸಹಾಯ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಸೊ ದಟ್ ಯು ಸಿ ಮಹಾನಿಂದ್ರೋ ವಜ್ರಬಾಹು ಷೋಡಸಿ ಶರ್ಮ ಯಚ್ಚತು ಸ್ವಸ್ತಿನೋ ಮಘವಾಕರೋತು ಹಂತು ಪಾಪ್ಮಾನಂ ಯೋ ಅಸ್ಮಾನ್ ದ್ವೇಷ್ಟಿ ಯಂ ಚ ವಯಂ ವಿಷ್ಮಃ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳೋದು. ಸೊ ಇದು ಅವ್ರ ಷೋಡಶಿಗಳು. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಷೋಡಶಿನೇ ಯೋನಿ ಇಂದ್ರಾಯತ್ವಾ ಅಂತ. And now again on one more Shodashi Graha, the final cup of libation is being offered to so, because ತುಂಬ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಆಗಿರೋರು ದೇ ಆರ್ ಆಲ್ ರೆಕಗ್ನೈಸ್ಡ್. ಸೊ ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋದರೂ ಚೇರ್ಮನ್ ಬಂದರೆ, VVIP ಬಂದರೆ, VIP ಬಂದರೆ ದೆರ್ ಇಸ್ ಎ ಸ್ಪೆಷಲ್ ಅಟೆನ್ಷನ್ ಬೈ ದಿ ಆರ್ಗನೈಸರ್ಸ್. ಬಟ್ ಬಾಕಿದಾಗಿ ಯಾರು ಬಂದರೂ ಓಕೆ. ದಟ್ಸ್ ವೈ ಇನ್ ಎ ಮೀಟಿಂಗ್ ಆರ್ ಇನ್ ಎ ಕಾನ್ಫರೆನ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಎನಿವೇರ್, so there will be chairs, front row marked. ಏನೇನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, VIP, ಇನ್ವೈಟೀಸು, ರೇಡಿಯೋ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಕ್ಯಾಮರಾ, TV ಪೀಪಲ್, ಇವರೆಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಪ್ರಾಮಿನೆನ್ಸ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟು ಫ್ರಂಟ್ ಸೀಟ್ಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ರಿಸರ್ವ್ ಮಾಡಿರ್ತಾರೆ. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ VIP ಬಂದರೆ ಸ್ಪೆಷಲ್ ಸೋಫಾಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಹಾಕಿರ್ತಾರೆ. ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಆಲ್ ಮ್ಯಾಟರ್ ಆಫ್ ಡಿಫರೆನ್ಸಿಯೇಷನ್. So in same manner, when we have got Indra, the chief of all people, all gods, king of all gods, were to come, and to him we have to offer food. Naturally, we have to be more and more recognizing his merit, and then please him better, so that he will give some kind of constant help for the organization or for the people on earth who are frail. Man is a frail creature. He is a martyaha. Danger is there. He can anytime have any kind of accident, any kind of injury, any kind of stoppage of life process. And the final another one is, this also again षोडशgraha. So Helapa Sajosha Havasan Sajosha Indra Sagano Marudbhihi.
Sajosha Indra Sagano Marudbhihi. Sajosha Indra Saguna Marudbhihi.
Somam Piba Vrutrahan.
Somam Piba Vrutrahan. Somam Piba Vrutrahan.
Shura Vidwan.
Chura Vidwan. Chura Vidwan.
Jahi Shatrugum.
Jahi Shatrogam. Jahi Shatrogam.
Apamrudho Nudaswa.
Apamrudo Nudaswa. Apamrudo Nudaswa.
Abhayam Krunuhi Athabhayam Krunuhi.
Abhayam Krunuhi. Atabhayam Krunuhi.
Vishwato Naha.
Vishwato Naha. Vishwato Naha.
Upayama Gruhito Sindra Yatva.
Upayama Gruhito Sindrayatva. Upayama Gruhito Sindrayatva.
Shodasina Eshate Yonirindra Yatva Shodasine.
Shodashina Eshate Yonirindrayatva Shodashine.
So,
Shodashina Eshate Yonirindrayatva Shodashine.
ಈ line, second line is repeatedly repeated, which means that there cannot be change, because all through the show, all through the oblations are being offered to Indra only, but Indra is differently praised because of the distinction and many traits that he is having. So again, Indra in this mantra also is being informed to us how he is able to, how he is moving always. And Indraha Sajosha Saganaha Marudbhihi. So Indra is now not alone, he has to drink the Somarasam, but he has to be accompanied with his own Gana. That is groups. Indra has got groups of followers. And Marudbhihi. So Maruts, I told that there are 49 Maruts. And there is a story behind it. Actually, Diti went to Kashyap Maharshi and asked him, look at the gods, Aditi Putraha, Aditeyaha, ಅವರೆಲ್ಲರೂ ಕೂಡ ನಮ್ಮ ರಾಕ್ಷಸನ್ನು ಸಾಯಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಕಷ್ಟಪಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಸೊ ನನಗೆ ಐ ವಾಂಟ್ ಎ ಚೈಲ್ಡ್ ಸನ್ ಹೂ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಏಬಲ್ ಟು ಕಿಲ್ ದಟ್ Indra, who is the cause for giving trouble and killing the Rakshasas. ಅದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ನನಗೊಂದು ಪುತ್ರನ ಕೊಡು ಅಂತ ಕಾಶ್ಯಪ ಮಹರ್ಷಿ ಹತ್ರ ಹೋಗಿ ಆ ದಿತಿ ಕೇಳಿದರೆ, but actually he fulfilled the desire of Diti, so she conceived, and that he is called as a Indrahan. ಇಂದ್ರನನ್ನು ಸಾಯಿಸೋನು ಹೊಟ್ಟೆದಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋದ್ಮೇಲೆ somehow the news reaches Indra, and he just enters into the womb of the mother and breaks the pindam into several parts, and so ಚಿನ್ನವರು ಮಾಡಿಬಿಡ್ತಾರೆ. Thereby the strength of the baby to be born becomes duller and divided and hopeless, can be easily defeated. So then this Aditi realized that Indra has taken Kajjal and stopped that kind of enemy. Killer enemy is being killer enemy ಬರ್ತನ್ನ ನಾಶ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾನೆ ಅಂತ ತುಂಬ ದುಃಖ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಂಡು ಆ ಇಂದ್ರ ಬಂದ ಮೇಲೆ ಒಂದು ಸಲ ಇಂದ್ರನ ಕರೆದು ಏನೋ ಈ ಥರ ಮಾಡಿದೆ ಅಂತ ಶಾಪ ಕೊಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಏನೋ ಶಿ ವಾಸ್ ರೆಡಿ. ಆವಾಗ ಇಂದ್ರನ ಹೇಳ್ತಾನಮ್ಮ, ಯು ಆರ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಮೈ ಮದರ್ and they are also my people. Whoever are born through your womb, they are also my people. But now you designed to have or desire to have a killer to me, which is difficult. So that's why I broke your pindam, the foetus. So, but when they are born, I am going to accept them as my companions constantly and support them or take their support and see that I will be the invincible king ಅಂತ ಆ ದಿತ್ತಿಗೆ ಹೇಳಿ ಆ ಕ್ಯಾಂಪಸ್ ಸೆಲೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಥರ ಕೊಟ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ತೃಪ್ತಿ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಆವಾಗ ಅದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ಹಿ ಸಬ್ಟು ಸಗಣಃ ಮರುದ್ಭಿ, ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ವಾಯುಗಣಾಸ್. ಸೊ ಗಣ ಅಂದರೆ ಗ್ರೂಪ್ಸ್, ದೆರ್ ಆರ್ ವಿಂಡ್ ಗ್ರೂಪ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ದೇರ್. Vayu Devatas, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, many more. So, Saganaha, Indraha, Marudbhihi, ಅನ್ನೋದು ಇಂದ್ರನಿಗೆ combined complement. So, Indra will be always along with the retinue. ಅಂತ ವರುದ್ಭಿಹಿ ನೀನು ಇಂದ್ರ ಏನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂದರೆ ಸೋಮಂ ಪಿಬಾ, ಯು ಪ್ಲೀಸ್ ಡ್ರಿಂಕ್ ದ ಸೋಮಂ ಪಿಬಾ, ಈ ಸೋಮರಸವನ್ನು ಕುಡಿಯಪ್ಪ ಓ ಇಂದ್ರದೇವ. ನಾಟ್ ಅಲೋನ್ ಬಟ್ ಅಲಾಂಗ್ ವಿತ್ ಯುವರ್ ರೆಟಿನ್ಯೂ. ಅಂದರೆ ಅರ್ಥ ಏನು, ಆಲ್ ಪೀಪಲ್ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಗಾಟ್ ಟು ಬಿ ಅಟೆಂಡೆಡ್ ಟು. ವೆಲ್, ದಿಸ್ ಕೈಂಡ್ ಆಫ್ ಗ್ರೂಪ್ ಸ್ಯಾಟಿಸ್ಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಷನ್ ಈಸ್ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್. ಈವನ್ ಇನ್ ಮಹಾಭಾರತ, ಯು ಸಿ ಅಗಸ್ತ್ಯ ಮಹರ್ಷಿ ವಾಸ್ ಸೆಂಟ್, Durvasa Maharshi was sent to the yard of Pandavas when they were doing the Vanavasam, and Durvasa Maharshi came just at 12 o'clock or 12:30 mid-noon, and by which time all the Pandavas, everybody finished their food, their lunch. But then the patra, the Akshaya Patra which was given to Draupadi by Krishna was washed and kept empty. Then Durvasa Maharshi came and said, we are hungry, we go, all my Sishyas have come with me, so we all go to riverside and take bath and come, keep ready our food, lunch. So then it was really a great problem. Because when she opened that Pakshaya Patra, as you know, it was empty. Then she remembered Krishna, and Krishna said, please give me the patra. Sir, it is empty. Krishna, this is empty. At least anything is there we could do, but it is empty. Only one time that Akshaya Patra will give food, but not many more times. That's why ಒಂದೊತ್ತು ಊಟ ಅನ್ನೋದು ಆ ಕಾಲದಿಂದಲೇ ಬಂತು. ಎರಡೊತ್ತು ಊಟ ಅನ್ನೋದು, ದಟ್ಸ್ ವೈ ಒಂದೊತ್ತು ಊಟ ಮಾಡೋವನು ಯೋಗಿ, ಎರಡೊತ್ತು ಊಟ ಮಾಡೋವನು ಭೋಗಿ, ಮೂರೊತ್ತು ಊಟ ಮಾಡೋವನು ರೋಗಿ, 4 ಹೊತ್ತು ಊಟ ಮಾಡೋನು ಕರ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗಿ ಎತ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗಿ ಅಂತ ನಮ್ಮ ಗಾದೆ ಇಲ್ಲ. ದಟ್ಸ್ ವೈ ದಿ ಒನ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಮೀಲ್ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಬಿಕಮ್ ಎ ಪ್ರಾಕ್ಟೀಸ್ ಇನ್ ಅವರ್ ಸನಾತನ ಧರ್ಮ, ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ದೆರ್ ಆರ್ ಗ್ರೇಟ್ ಅನುಷ್ಠಾನ ಪರಾಸ್ who take only once a meal. My own co-brother, whom we honored in our Adhyayana Kendra annual day, who lived more than 104 years, so he was taking only once. At 2 o'clock in the noon, he used to take lunch, but again he will take his lunch, but Ratri he may just drink water or some milk and done with. So that was the kind of discipline some people have had. Anyway, so illi he Saganaha Marudbhi Indraha Sajoshaha, and again Somam Piba along with them. And who is more? He is Vidwan and Shura and Vrutrahan. These are the extra compliments for Indra. He is a learned man. He is a clever, skilled, diplomatic person. And also Shuraha, he is a hero in the battle. He is a great warrior, quite bold and successful. And ultimately, what is the Suratvam and Vidvatvam in him have helped him to be the killer of the Vritrasura, that is, enveloper. So that's why the best, highest praise for Indra is Vritrahan. And now, but then what is that we expect him to do for us is Shatrun Jahi, all my enemies. It doesn't mean the external enemies, even our pancha. The enemies are there inside. Antashatruhu, Bahishatruhu ಅಂತ. ಈ ಅಂತಃಶತ್ರುಗಳು are more problematic than Bahushatruhu. What are the ಅಂತಃಶತ್ರುವು? ಕಾಮ, ಕ್ರೋಧ, ಲೋಭ, ಮೋಹ, ಮದ, ಮಾತ್ಸರ್ಯ. ಸೊ ಈ 6 ಶತ್ರುಗಳು ಷಡ್ವರ್ಗ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. All the 6 ಶತ್ರುಸ್ are good enough to change the personality and give him trouble. ಸೊ ಆವಾಗ ಇಂದ್ರನು ತನ್ನ ಕರುಣೆಯಿಂದ ನಮ್ಮಲ್ಲಿ ಇಂದ್ರಿಯ ನಿಗ್ರಹವನ್ನು ಕೊಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಪ್ರಾರ್ಥನೆಯಲ್ಲಿ. ಅಂದರೆ ಅರ್ಥ ಏನು? ಇಂದ್ರಃ ಇಂದ್ರಿಯವಾನ್, ಇಂದ್ರಃ ಇಂದ್ರಿಯವಾನ್, ಇಂದ್ರಿಯವಾನಹಂ ಭೂಯಾಸಂ ಅಂತ ನಾವು ಪ್ರಾರ್ಥನೆ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಇಂದ್ರಿಯಗಳನ್ನು ಹೊಂದಿರೋನು, ಆ ಇಂದ್ರಿಯಗಳ ರೂಲರ್ ಯಾರು ಅಂದರೆ ಇಂದ್ರ. ಸೊ ಅವನ ಅನುಗ್ರಹದಿಂದ ನಾವು ನಮ್ಮ ಇಂದ್ರಿಯಗಳನ್ನು ಅಂದರೆ ದಟ್ಸ್ ವೈ ಅಪಮೃ. ಸೊ ಶತ್ರುಗುಂ ಅಪ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಮೃಧೋನು ದಸ್ವ. ಸೊ ಮೃಧವಂಥವ್ರು ಅವರು ಎನಿಮಿಸೇ, but there are the Rakshasas and evil maker and all this. Them also he has to drive them away. And ultimately what he has got to extend is Naha Vishwataha Abhayam Krunuhi. Naha for all of us, Vishwataha from all directions. ಏನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕು? ನಮಗೆ ಅಭಯಂ ಕೃತಿ. ಸೊ ಭಯವನ್ನು ತೆಗೆದುಬಿಡು, make us all happy. So I think today we have been able to cover a good amount of that, and we have been offering so much cups to the gods and more now to Indra, he being the chieftain of all those things. So I stop here. Om Swasti.
Om Sahana Bhavatu Sahano Bhunaktu Sahaviryan Karavavahe Tejasvinavadhitamastu vidvishavahe. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Sarve bhavantu sukhinah, sarve santu niramaya, sarve bhadrani pashyantu मा कश्चित् दुःख भाग् भवेत्. ओम शांति शांति शांतिः. हरिः ओम तत्सत्. सर्वं श्रीकृष्णार्पणमस्तु. श्रीवासुदेवार्पणमस्तु. श्रीवेदपुरुषाशीर्वादोऽस्तु. ओम श्रीमातृचरणारविन्दार्पणमस्तु. ओम तत्सत्.